Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Here's the deal. Problems this morning. Here's the issue. For some reason, my computer will not let my camera operate. So I'm actually on my phone. So you look kind of strange. I know I'm probably looking strange to you because I'm close, which is what I'm usually not. But anyway, we're going to do it anyway. Today we're looking at being grateful. I'm grateful that at least I have another form of communicating without the computer. The phone does work, but I may not see your messages right away. I do see yours, Debbie. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my sweet friend. Anyway, I'm having fun trying to figure out what the heck happened with the computer, but technology does what technology can do. And for some reason, this morning, they're trying to make me mad, but I'm not mad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that at least I knew I had another form of communicating with you all. So, anyway, let's start with this. How many of us know when it's time to know and be, I would say, useful in knowing gratefulness? How many of us? Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we get caught up with situations and we get caught up with, too busy to stop long enough until either people, or if you have a higher power, I believe in God. Thank you. So I'm grateful this morning. This was my opportunity to see that it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to show that you're appreciative of whatever is going down. So that's our word for the day, to be grateful. So I asked this question of what is gratitude. So I found this poem that's written by Melody Betty, and it talks about how to look at gratitude. And it said, gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for our today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. That is a beautiful poem written by Melody Beattie, Bettie, and I found it on the internet. So if you want to look up gratitude, you can find it there. Good morning, Ardelia. How are you? How are you? I am on my phone this morning and not on my computer because my computer's camera all of a sudden stopped functioning. So I hope that doesn't mean I have to buy a new computer to be seen and not have to hold my phone in my hand. But it is what it is today. So anyway, let's get busy. How many of you show gratefulness? How many of you know what it is to be grateful? I know I do it on a regular basis. This past weekend, I worked at our Rotary District 6940 retreat conference, and there was a lot of work. A lot of it was sitting around or walking or trying to meet people. I did all of that. Every day I had between 4 and 6,000 steps. So I was getting my steps in. I didn't quite get to 10,000, but it was trouble finding a parking space. So after a while, I learned how to do it. If somebody was leaving, I followed them out. And I went to my car, told them I was following them, and that's how I was able to move my car from in a prohibited area over to an area that was accepted. So anyway, I know how it is to be grateful. So anyway, what is grateful? It talks about feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness and thankfulness. It's sometimes when we say that we are beholden to someone, we're thankful. It says we're gratified. It says we're indebted and we're pleased. And sometimes people think that when we say that we're indebted, that we're forever indebted. I think gratefulness comes and goes. You realize when it's time to be grateful. It might be a particular act that was done, or it might be forever greatness. It's like someone was telling me that they had a friend that was a an organ donor, and the person was at their last stage of their lives. And so they really appreciated the fact that someone stepped up to become an organ donor, and the person is doing well now. And then she said that that happened for them. It happened in February. So the person's doing well so far, has not, rejected the organ. And, those are kindnesses. That's a, to me, that is a lifetime gratitude, lifetime. So let's see what people are writing. Gracious, that's wonderful. That's wonderful to be gracious. Hey, Joan, how are you? I just saw your name there. But anyway, I'm up close and personal this morning, a little bit more so than usual. And I'm sitting on my couch that I usually sit on, but my computer just stopped operating how I needed to get it to work. So when we break the word down this morning, I start with my G. I made my G so simple. It's goodness, to be good, to be genuine is great, gracious, genuine. I say just to be good. To me, I don't believe that you can not thank somebody for doing what they've done for you, not showing gratitude, not being grateful. I just don't get it. But it says good, to be desired or approved of, having the qualities required for a particular role. That is being good. I want to be good. And we're looking at, when we're being good, is to be accepted, it's to be exceptional to a certain amount or a certain extent, to be great, to be marvelous, positive, satisfactory, and favorable. All those words say that good is in the act of being grateful. Um, Good natured. Oh, I love that. You are good natured, Debbie, all the time. All the time. I love it. We move on in the word. My R in grateful is real. How real are we? To receive something that wasn't expected, to receive something that didn't have to be done, to not respond to that, would that be real? It's probably real that you didn't respond, but it's not real in terms of the genuineness that should have been given, the kindness, the almost the acknowledgement of somebody. That's real. And so real, it says actually existing, didn't just appear to look like it did, it actually happened. It says as a thing or occurring in fact. It was not imagined, but it was imagined. It was done. And it says it or supposed. You know how people say, well, I think I did. I'm not sure if I did. You got to keep track of when it's a good idea to show your gratefulness. Let's see, reliable. Oh, that's good, Joan. How reliable are we? That's good. That's like real. How real are we? How reliable are we? So I have real as talking about, did something actually happen? Is it existent? Non-fictional, meaning it really happened. Responsible, Debbie, is great. Also, it talks about being physical. What physically happened? Is it tangible? Can you touch it? Is it concrete? Is it palpable? Is it corporal? Is it substantial? Is it imaginary? And it says, is it vertical? Can you actually see it going on? Did it become something that became viral in your head? Good morning, Miss Rosie. How are you doing? I look a little small this morning on my screen anyway, because my computer isn't working. And our word is looking at how we can become grateful by what we are given and what happens to us. When we move further on in the word, we're on our A in grateful, and I have appreciative. I believe that you cannot show gratefulness if you can't also show it in the form of how much you appreciate somebody doing something for you that they did not have to do. They didn't have to do it. And I always, walking through my house and getting up and down my stairs, getting in and out of my car and making it home, and or where I had to go, like I did the beach. I did going over on the beach twice this weekend, and a lot of traffic, and it was backed up. But you know what? When I got there, guess what I said? I am grateful. Thank you, God. That was me. That's what I said. You might have said some cuss words or whatever, or been happy to just get over there and never reminded yourself that, you know what, as they say, danger, seen unseen. So I always think about that when I arrive. I'm the person with the one eye. So the fact that I was still seeing and doing and I'm getting where I need to go, I'm blessed. I'm blessed in that respect. Attention, Debbie, and Joan says attentive. Both of those are good. Attention and attentive. You have to be both when you're looking at being grateful, because when someone does something to you and you don't pay attention to it, or you're not giving the attentiveness that it should have, sometimes that's reflective negatively. And so, I don't want anybody to have, I want them to keep the good. Even if I don't have much to give, I'm going to tell you thank you. Even if I can't do much beyond what it is that you might be expecting, then I'm gonna go the limit. My start is not my limit. My start is that I'm saying thank you. I'm saying I'm so grateful for what you did for me. So we move on in the word with this one that I used, called being appreciated, feeling or showing gratitude. There it is again, or pleasure in what someone has done. So it says that they're grateful for, thankful for, obliged for, indebted for, beholden for, in someone's debt, obligated, supportive, and encouraging. All those words, those synonyms, all speak to the fact that gratitude is important, that we show it in some form of our willingness to be, um, just so appreciative of the kindness that someone gave us that they did not have to do. We move on in the word of grateful. My T is for thankful. I made it simple this morning. Thankful. Are we thankful for what it is that we have? Are we pleased and relieved when we get someplace that we didn't expect to get to, or we're able to be, get a windfall of a little money, or we're able to be in a beautiful place that we never expected to be in. All those are thankful, opportunities. Um, Temperament, that's good, Debbie. Thorough, because you think about it. If you're thorough, that means you won't forget to be thankful. You will not forget it. Thorough means is that the whatever was done was acknowledged. That would be the thoroughness of it. And of course, the temperament would be, I'm happy that you did that for me. I'm excited. I didn't expect it, and I'm so appreciative of it. So therefore, that's how you would look at that. So thankful talks about being relieved, pleased, glad, and once again grateful. So grateful is good. When we move on in our word of grateful, my E is for enriched. I believe if somebody doesn't give you anything, then you you may know the absence of it. But when they, or not even acknowledge it because you don't know it, but then when they give you something that wasn't expected, Ardelia, thoughtful, that's really good too. But when they give you something that was not expected, guess what happens? You are having an opportunity to show that your life, your experience, that period right there has been enriched. Enriched is my E. Improved or enhanced by the quality or the value of what someone has done. Elated is good. Endless. Those are both good words. You think about, endless means there is no end to what someone did for you. You always will acknowledge it as just being grateful. I can look back on times when I was in college, and even as a young girl starting out, singing, and the music people would come pick me up. I wouldn't even have to try to get there myself. Occasionally I did, but most of the time they would pick me up to make sure that my lessons were given, that I got to where I needed to get to. So to me, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for anything that anyone's ever done for me. And if I ever forget to tell you, you better tell me. I'm getting older. So, and to enrich something, Let's see, what did you all write? Ecstatic, elated, endless. All those are great. Thank you, Debbie and Joan. Um, so enriched is what I have for my E. So I said improved, added to, augmented, supplemented, complemented, boasted in some way or another, upgraded from what you had to what you've been given, reinforced. It says that something could be lifted, meaning you went from not having something to having something. So therefore, you've been lifted, refined, polished, heightened. It also talks about being elevated. And it also talks about it being just given an opportunity to dress up the whole concept of life. Something turned, maybe it wasn't as pretty, but it became more pretty once you realize that someone took interest in it and interest in you by doing something for them. Empowering is good, Ardelia. Oh, yes, and enchanting. Haven't you been enchanted? Sometimes I've been enchanted. I remember just somebody doing something that just kind of freaked me out, and I felt enchanted. So that would be good. And also, I've certainly felt empowered when I feel empowered when I'm doing this, when I'm having an honest to honest talk with people about, getting back sometimes to the basic word and breaking it down as this is, to give it a window to say, wow, I can add more to that. I can look at this being a word of enrichment, a word of enlightenment, a word of being ecstatic or elated, all of those things, plus all the other words that we've already spoke of that come in under the umbrella of grateful. Um, my F, as I move on in our word, is for me, fortunate. I believe anytime something is given to you that you did not expect, you did not buy, you did not create, you did not purchase, uh, there should be a hallelujah moment for you to say, "Man, I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate that somebody did that for me." So, fortunate talks about being favored by or involving good luck or fortune. Now, I come from a church that occasionally says there's no such thing as luck. That's true. But you can say favor. You can say that you were favored for something. Means the same thing. It's just that they don't use the word luck because they don't believe that anyone is lucky. They believe that they've been favored and almost given something that was not expected. And it was given to them specifically as opposed to someone else. Could have gone to someone else, but it went to you. So it talks about fortunate, favored, or involving good luck or fortune and lucky. It says that people have been blessed. And usually I say I'm blessed instead of saying I'm fortunate. I got to be honest. I usually say I'm blessed. And then they have blessed with good luck, in luck, born under a lucky star, having a charmed life. I don't have that, but I have a good life because I still have life. So I'm excited about that. It says also being charmed, happy, sitting pretty, or jammy. I never heard the word jammy, but jammy means fortune. I have to remember that every time I heard jammy from now on. Let's see, favor, fun, faithfulness. All these are good. Filing, always great, 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 great. We move on in the word of being grateful. I have my you as being usefulness. How much can we talk about our use when we've helped others or their use when we've helped them? Usefulness is vital. It to me, I'm always looking at how can I be used, not abused, but used favorably with somebody. And I enjoy it. That's why I am a Rotarian. And I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm helping others that maybe they're not as fortunate, they don't have as much. So for me, that's wonderful. Ultra, okay, that's wonderful, Deb. Also, ultimate, Joan, and unmeasurable. Ooh, I love that. meaning, that's limitless. That's like a limitless kind of thing. I love it. You can't even measure what comes off of something until you've had an opportunity to deal with it. That's good. That's great. Um, but I put usefulness, which is the quality of fact of being useful, which says it has functionality, there's practicality, serviceability, fitness, accuracy, hardness, and neatness. All of those things talk about when we're given something that is considered to be under the umbrella of grateful, it's useful that you can do something with it. I mean, I've had people through my life show me things that I didn't know how to do, and all of a sudden they become useful to me because I have a new way of doing things. I didn't know it before, but they're showing me how it can be done. That to me is almost priceless. You can't even, if I can get a shortcut for something and still get the same results of if I had done it the long way, guess what? I'm gonna learn the short way too. I'm gonna learn it. So also under the useful umbrella, we have value. What value comes out of that? Um, let's see, untouchable. That's good too. And that's a good word, untouchable, meaning how it's almost like that same thing of just is who could stand that? It's just so good. It's just so good. Um, Efficacy is what I have still for usefulness. The value, the merit of something, the success of something, the benefits sometimes we get from people doing things for us. I've had it where it starts with one thing that somebody did and then it grows into other things that not only that person is able to do now, but that they can pass on to others. One of the things I've always prayed about personally is that if God were to ever give me a lot of money, what I would do with it. And I'm going to tell you what I would do with it is that I would find people that are worthy and needy and would not throw the money away, but would use it in such a way that it not only benefits them, but it benefits the generation behind them. um we don't always have generational wealth or even generational knowledge. So I think if there was an opportunity to people to learn, understand the importance of finance, understand the importance of stability, understanding the importance of what I would call commitment, paying bills on time, being when you're in, and I always were taught and truly believe that your word is what people expect of you. So to have a word and not be accurate in what the words that you're using, not showing up on time, even though the event started at 6, you show up at 6:35. Not good. Not good. To me, not good. Maybe to the other person they wanted to make the grandstand, but doesn't work well for me. It just doesn't. Let's see, untouchable and unity. Oh, that's great. You think about it, unity, how we come together as groups, addressing similar ideas, and that's what I always wanted Are You Stuck to be, that it addressed things, but it addressed them in such a way that everyone could have their own personal opinion. It's not Sandy's opinion. I give you mine, but I'm asking you for yours too. So that collectively it forms, just what I would call almost like a mixed compost of good information for everybody. So, I never thought of it that way. So yeah, the unity would be good. Now I'm finally at my L, and my L I have as love. Absolute love. Love is an emotion of the heart. It's what I would call it's a conceptual in the brain. Um it's tangible if you can hold somebody's hand, but a lot of times when we feel things from our heart, it's internal. It is an internal feeling that we feel for others, and we can show that by some of the things that we do. Just us showing our gratitude, showing our gratefulness, showing our kindness, showing our care. showing our willingness to just be all of those things that you are now listing. The love, which Joan said, the lasting, which means that feeling that you always have for people. Loyalty, that's good too. Understanding the importance of being loyal. Deb said loyal also. So to me, I think it takes nothing to show gratefulness. Not absolutely nothing. You know, um, if I'm really excited about what you've done for me, you will know it. You know, um, it can be the little things, and I can think of some of the ones that are on here now that have done some special things to me. Just private things that I know you've done, and I am forever ever grateful that you established me in your psyche and heart enough to say I want to do something for her. And so I've had some beautiful things. So to me, love, which even the Bible says is one of the most important things ever that we could show for each other and show to each other. So that would be absolute gratefulness. Absolute. So anyway, we've done good. I was freaking out when I first realized that my computer wasn't gonna act right. So here I am on my cell phone. How was it? It wasn't too bad, was it? I know I'm kind of close. And later on, I look at that. What? You should have been back much further than that. But whatever. I have to be able to see everything too. It says you can be anything you want to be. Just don't be ungrateful. Absolutely. Come on and say it again. Absolutely. When someone does something for you, my mother always said, you better let them know right away. Don't wait. Don't wait. Okay, you can get a little busy, but when you get your busyness where it's to a point where it's settled, go on into letting them know how much you care and how much you appreciated what you did. Very good session. Oh, thank you so much, Joan. I love you guys. I love y'all, the ones that are frequent people that come all the way in. But I have a lot of people that watch the videos after they get off work, and they comment later on. And everywhere I go, they said, hey, are you stuck? And I'm thinking, but I've never seen him in the place. I've never seen him in the space. But nonetheless, they are being viewed. And that's important to me, hoping that I'm assisting with helping people feel better about who they are, look at the things that they can, open up in terms of a window effect of life, and be who they are. It says, first session, and I enjoyed it. Love you. I love you too, Miss Polly. You was looking good yesterday. Oh, anyway, I digressed a minute. But I love you guys. Listen, if you don't do anything else, hit that share button. There's no fee for this session, any other sessions. I just love it. I love the fact that my friend Lavender Shedrick Williams helped me find a new means and a new way of getting my format across on all platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all at one time, coming from StreamYard. So I'm excited and very much just grateful for that kind of friendship and love. But I love each of you too. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Hit that share. Love you. Thanks. Bye bye. Have a good day.